You know those old suppers that are simple, hearty, and somehow always hit the spot? Well, today we're making up one of those meals. This cheesy beef and bacon skillet is smoky, comforting, and loaded with flavor, all made in one pan and super easy. Let's get started. So right off the bat, we got some salted water boiling up here, and I'm going to go in with 2 cups of rotoni pasta. Now, you don't have to use a rotoni. You can use any kind of pasta in this recipe, but I just like the rotoni. It's kind of swirly, twirly, and cool type of thing. And we'll just boil this up for 10 or 12 minutes until it's al dente, just that bit of a crunch to it. Next up, I'm going to grab 6 strips of bacon, and into the old air fryer we go. You can use a pan too, but I got the air fryer, so I might as well use it. Now we got the old pan heating over medium-high heat. I'm going to go in with some ground beef. We're just going to break this up using the old breaker-upper thingy here. And I don't know, guys, we got a lot going on here. We got the pasta boiling, we got the bacon on. Holy smokes, talk about multitasking, but it's all part of cooking. And we're just going to fry this up until it's basically cooked through, but nothing nicer than the pan sizzling. And this is lean ground beef, guys, and it is quite lean. I mean, I had to add a little bit of oil, which is really unusual for lean ground beef. Now, I said in the last video, and I keep saying people are telling me, Dave, ground beef is so expensive. Well, you could use ground turkey or something like that for this, but I got this on sale for $10.88 for 2 pounds. So that's $5.44 a pound, which is reasonably cheap to me. So it is out there. Okie dokie, my friends. We's looking pretty good here. So I'm going to just shove everything to one side. Lots of room in this pan. And I'm going to go in with a small chopped onion and 3 cloves of the old garlic. And we'll stir and saute this until, as I always say, that wonderful smell of onion and garlic fill the air and you know something's cooking. After about 3 minutes, we're pretty much sauteed up here. And oh my goodness, this is smelling wonderful. So we'll do the old mix-a-rooney together. Okie dokie, so right about now our bacon is basically done. So I'm just going to crumble this up, and our pasta is done too, and our ground beef is done. Boy, we're right on schedule here. Now, guys, I should say if you don't want your bacon as crispy as mine, just go ahead and you can just kind of slice it into cubes or something like that. But I like mine nice and crispy. I like that bite to it. Now, as I said, our beef is basically done, so I'm going to season that up with about a teaspoon of the good old smoked paprika, and I always buy the smoked, and I always say that. Another teaspoon of my good old standby Italian seasoning, kind of using a heaping teaspoon here. A few cracks of salt, not too much. And a good crack, or a double crack, I should say, something like that, about a teaspoon or so of the good old ground black pepper. Then about a teaspoon of good old Dijon mustard, the original Dijon mustard, for that little bit of a bite and tardiness to it. And of course, my other standby, some Worcester sauce. And we're going to add about a tablespoon of that. And I think my Worcester sauce has runneth dry. So lo and behold, I've got another bottle on hand. I always keep this stuff. I just love it. And you know what, guys? This is totally optional, but I like a bit of heat. So I'm going to go in, half a teaspoon of hot pepper flakes. Give everything a good stir around here and get that meat coated with the seasoning. Oh my goodness, this is starting to smell good, my friends. And notice we're not too dry here, which is good because you don't want that beef dried out. It takes all the flavor out. And it is time now to go in with about, I'd say a 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes. And this is the tomatoes in olive oil and garlic, but you can use just regular diced tomatoes. Believe it or not, a can of good old regular tomato soup. And some people may say, ew, tomato soup. Well, you can just use tomato sauce or a little bit extra of the diced tomatoes, but I like tomato soup. It adds that nice bit of flavor. Make things super rich and creamy. A third of a cup of sour cream. You don't have to add this, but this is going to just put it over the top, I think, anyway. And last but not least, a quarter cup of good old milk. Give everything a stir around here. Now just look at that color changing. Isn't that looking good, guys? Just get in close here and have a look. Next up, we're going to go in with that pasta, that rotoni that we boiled up previously. And I just put some olive oil in, let it sit on the sideline. And then about half that bacon, and we're going to save the other half for the top. Grab up the old spoon and give everything a good mix together. And you know, a little something I decided I'm going to add, because I have it on hand. If you don't have it, that's fine. Just a little splash of liquid smoke, and that's going to add that real smoky effect. So what we're going to do now is let this simmer away for about 5 or 10 minutes, just to let those flavors come together and that sauce reduce a tiny bit. And while we're simmering away here, the weather check. It's finally nice here. We're going to get about 70 degrees today. It's May, 27, something like that. Got to cut the grass, so everything's coming beautifully. So let me know what it's like down your way. And you say, well, Dave, why do you always want to know about the weather? Well, because it changes behaviors, and people cook differently in hot weather than they do in cold weather, cook differently in the summertime and the wintertime. So just let me know how things are down your way. Now we've simmered up for about 5 or 10 minutes. I am going to grate in some old cheddar cheese, and I use this quite a bit. I'm just a cheese lover. This is totally optional, but it's going to make it thicken up and be just so nice and rich. I'd say this is probably a cup or so of the good old cheddar cheese. Just kind of stir things around and just look at this come together. Now we'll just kill the heat, and we are ready to add the finishing touches. And for our finito touches, I'm going to go over the top with a bit more old cheddar cheese. And that's just going to give us that kind of nice stretch on the spoon when we lift it up. And what the heat will do is just let this melt down naturally. And then the remainder of that bacon, just strategically or not so strategically, over the top. And last but not least, for that greenish restaurante effect, some chopped parsley. Parsley, the savior of all. You could even use some chopped onions. That might go over there nicely too. Just look at this. Doesn't it look phenomenally good, guys? And there you have it, my friends. Our smoky beef and bacon skillet, something grandma or grandpa would have made. All right, guys, let's dig in here and see what we have. Oh, just look at this. You got that bacon, the cheese, oh, the beef, the tomatoes. Just everything absolutely beautiful. Everybody is going to love it. And again, I think the neighbors are knocking on the door begging. Okay, time for the old taste test. There is a lot going on here, guys. You can really taste that tomato effect. Then the smokiness of the bacon kicks in and the pasta. And just that seasoning. Everything just blends together so beautifully. You just simply have to make this up. And if you do, leave us a comment because I love to read them. Most of all, like and subscribe. Helps the channel out. Thanks for watching, guys. Definitely make this up. Go back, watch our other videos, and let me know. But I am certainly going to have more of this. So good.